In this video, I will show you how to put together this holiday snowman layered card from Simply Crafty SVGs. So here's the holiday snowman. So here are all the little pieces that go with it. This is the optional tag, and this goes underneath the tag. So I have this, this is the nose. So I have a little pop-up thing already, like a little foam tape ready to go. And then this, I made it in layers so it's easy to put together. So we have there's only a couple colors on this. There's only, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 colors. So it would be easy to make a bunch of them. And you could always add different colors if you wanted. If you wanted this to be not blue, you could always just throw a different color underneath that. Or also in your software, omit that if you have your own, something you want to do. And if you ever needed help with that, basically in Cricut you could do contour to get rid of a cut. So it would make it solid, or you could slice something over it, or union I should say. So anyways, I'm going to just show you how to layer these. It's super easy. And then just make sure you have this scored well. I have used cut dash lines for this card. So I'm going to go ahead and layer this. So I'm using mostly American Crafts cardstock, and I'm using Barely Art glue today. I also like art glitter glue. So I'm just going to center this. So I'd like to have some quick and easy cards. This is one of them this year in 2022. Because I know how it is when you're working and you want to make something homemade, but it takes forever. That's why I have quick ones and then more advanced ones like the box cards. So we'll go from back to front. So we'll start with the white, the solid white one, and then put the blue on. So we just want to make sure we don't get glued too close to the openings, so it gives us a little wiggle room when we're trying to get it into place. Be careful how much glue you use. Some glue does, don't do that. Buckle the paper a little bit, but with American Craft cardstock, that's pretty good. So we just want to get it lined up. If it gets off a little bit, we can adjust. But the way I made it is every layer is the same size, so it's easy to put on. The one issue you'll have potentially is with the little cutout eyes. I should have made this design just slightly different. But live and learn. You probably won't know any difference, but I do. So I'm just kind of wiggling it to make sure that the white's showing through those little slits. And then we'll put this top part. So again, you just want to make sure you don't get your glue close to the openings. And I used an embossing folder once I cut this out. It's an older Cuttlebug which has been discontinued. They don't sell them anymore. Retired. Snowflake. There's lots of new Snowflake ones out there. So I want to be careful so I don't get the glue on the black where it's visible. So I'm going to make sure I start towards the bottom here. You can see the eyes. And then just going to jiggle it into place there. So if you do like this project or videos, I always ask if you give us a little thumbs up, a like on our video, and or subscribe to our channel if you haven't already done so. And if you hit that little notification bell to the right, you'll be notified when we have new projects, new videos, that kind of thing. So once we have that all glued, I'm not going to put these on. I'll put it last because of the dimension of that. I could put the Happy Holidays on there. But I think I'm going to put a little piece of pop-up tape on that too. So I'm just going to center this. So it's an easy peasy card, just like our wreath card and the gingerbread card, which you can buy these as a set or separately. So this is just eyeball it down here, place it there. It should fit perfectly. You could always use a piece of ribbon or washi tape, something like that too would be fun down there underneath this. So I'm going to add a little some pop-up foams tape. I typically like to cut Scotch foam tape, but I'm using what I have on hand. So these are just little squares. This is a Sticky Thumb from American Crafts. I don't know if I would purchase. It's not something I would wholeheartedly recommend. I like the Scotch foam tape just because I can, there's a couple foam tapes I use, but that's one of the ones I like because I can cut it to size easily. It's paper, so I can tear it, and I don't have to have a piece of little scissors with me. I'm just going to center it. So I'm just going to get above that. Then we'll get this nose. So whichever way feels good to you. So that really finishes it off if you don't want to do anything else. I'm just going to add a little stickles. You could use this. Here's another version. Let me get the other one. That's not the one I have. That's just clear. This Nouveau glitter drops. That's really nice. So we'll just use that one. But I also use Stickles Diamond for what I'm going to show you. Instead of using a glitter paper, I'm just going to put this on after the fact and let it dry. So I'm just going to carefully hit that area. It's something I've used for a long time. Not the Nouveau as much, but the Stickles. And like I said before, if you in Cricut, you can come in here and use the contour tool to get rid of this opening if you don't like this. If you want something other than the snowflake, you don't have to cut it out. You could just omit it and then put something on top of the hat if that's something you want to do. And for Silhouette and other software, it's pretty much the same. You can release the path. Like in Shortcuts a lot, you can release the compound path, and that will take, there's a couple more steps with that, but you can take the things out like the eye slits and stuff like that. So if you release the path in something like Silhouette or Shortcuts a lot, what it does is on this black piece would take out this piece and those two eye pieces. So if you wanted to keep the eye pieces, you would have to use the subtract again, but then you could just get rid of that piece. So anyway, just giving you some little tips. If it means nothing to you, then just bypass this part. So that's it. It's a super simple card. I hope you like it, and I thank you so much for watching.